I've accepted this challenge from Gatorade. I'm going to take on 4 different styles of race this season.
It felt like this race was cursed. I'm hoping to get some knowledge that will make me a better athlete. Every single race I do, I have a different game plan, and I almost always encounter some sort of nutritional difficulty. Sometimes I wish I wasn't figuring it out through trial and error. I'm really excited about the opportunity to work with Gatorade, just personally, to try and squeeze as much performance and potential out of me that I can.
Today we have Ryan at the Gatorade Sports Science Institute. GSSI has been working with some of the most elite athletes in the world for over 25 years now. Ryan has the opportunity to work with Oscar Ukendrup, the Senior Director of the Gatorade Sports Science Institute.
The reason that I took up the position at GSSI is to take the highest level research and translate it into something that athletes can use.
He's a far more accomplished endurance athlete than I am. His answers are experience-driven, not just science-driven.
Today we have a whole day of testing here with Ryan, and we do a number of specific measurements and tests. The whole purpose of the test that we're doing is really to understand his body a little bit better, to understand where he can still improve. Hopefully we can give him a lot of guidance and then new ideas of where he can take his training and also his nutrition. This test is called the Fat Max test, and the reason it's called that is that it focuses on measuring fat metabolism.
Now hold that there, and I'm going to tighten up the sides.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, start pedaling.
This test will actually start at a very low intensity.
How would you rate the intensity of this level? 7? Perfect.
Every 3 minutes it will get a little bit harder to keep measuring carbohydrate and fat burning.
For this stage, how are you going to rate the intensity? 17?
And we'll continue that till you can't go any further. Come on, that's 30 seconds done.
Good
Come
job.
on, keep going.
Keep
that
going.
cadence, come on.
We bring them all the way to max effort, so we can tell them about their aerobic capacity. Quite frankly, if you don't have enough carbohydrate on board, your body has to switch over to utilize fat.
We do measurements throughout, so at each intensity that he worked at, we know how much fat he's burning, how much carbohydrate he's burning. So we can also work out what is the intensity where he burns most fat. Come on, try and up the cadence a little bit. We're going to do another 30 seconds. Come on. You've got, okay, perfect. Brilliant.
Good job.
Well, truthfully, I thought that I could go longer than that, but I guess that's the reason I'm here.
People fit into one of 2 categories. They're either carbohydrate burners or fat burners. These results suggest that you are a carbohydrate burner. As you go on, it goes all the way to the point where you don't use fat anymore and you're completely reliant on carbohydrate. Your body can only store very small amounts of carbohydrate, and that means that you have to refuel, right? Especially during longer events.
A lot of times in races, I'll notice a kind of almost like a wall at about 2 hours. At least I know that it's probably because I'm just running out of carbs to burn.
People focus on just training, going out, train, without actually training the intestinal system to absorb the energy they need. So that's something that we should go out and try.
We are going to do a carbohydrate tolerance test with him. That will tell us how much carbohydrate he's currently taking in.
We do our run training, we do our nutrition training, with the whole idea being that we're training the intestinal tract to get used to more carbohydrate.
So this test really isn't about fluid intake, it's about carbohydrate intake. We don't want to overload them with fluid. For the carbohydrate tolerance test, we will have the athletes run in 1 mile laps. And every mile they're coming back in and taking in some carbohydrate. And at the end we'll tally it to see exactly how much carbohydrate he took in during this run. And then we'll give him a program to gradually increase that amount of carbohydrate so that it doesn't give him an upset stomach.
You can't expect to always run without anything, then go to an important marathon and you know that you have to take something on board. And then that's the race where you do that for the very first time. You can't expect that to go well, so you've got to practice it. You could do it once a week and you'll see it make a difference.
All right.
Thanks for the run.
Sort of got re-motivated, and working with Gatorade and all this sort of stuff has really got me amped and stoked, and I'm ready to go.
This season, I'm going to try and go to the National Championship Xterra race.
I'm getting one of the best triathletes in the world to kind of help me out. McKeely Jones, he's pretty much a superstar.
Right now, you're not grabbing any water.
When I was up there, I was like, she's full of crap.
So believe it or not, I'm not crazy.